Hello students, now in this video class we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 4 algorithmic strategies. In this lesson we already covered 4 topics, that is introduction to algorithmic strategies, characteristics of an algorithm, and how to write an algorithm and how to analyze of algorithms. Now in this video class we are going to discuss about complexity of an algorithm. So first we know what is meant by complexity of an algorithm. So complexity of an algorithm is a measure of the amount of time or space required by an algorithm for an input of a given size n. That is, how much of time and space required to complete the algorithm is known as the complexity of an algorithm. So the two main factors which decide the efficiency of an algorithm are time factors and space factor. So what is meant by time factor? Time is measured by counting the number of key operations. So what are the main operations performed in this algorithm is known as the time factors. Okay. If for example we are doing the factorial calculations, so we are going to calculate 5 factorial. How many iterations are take place? We must do 5 iterations for 5 factorial. Okay. So the key operations is 5. So the time is measured by counting the number of key operations performed in that particular algorithm. And then space factors. So what is meant by space factor? Space is measured by the maximum memory space required by the algorithm. So how much of space is required to store in the computer is known as the space factor. Okay. So now you can understand now what is meant by complexity of an algorithm. Gives the running time and or the storage space required by the algorithm in terms of size of the input data. So that time and space is depending on the size of the input data. If the input data is increased, then the running time, that is the key operations is also increased. So the storage space is also increased. Okay. So depending on the size of the input, the running time as well as the storage space can be changed. Okay. Okay, now you can see what is meant by time complexity and space complexity. The time complexity of an algorithm is given by the number of steps taken by the algorithm to complete the process. So how many steps of instructions, okay? How many instructions are required to complete the process? That is known as time complexity. So total number of instructions is known as the time complexity. And then space complexity. Space complexity of an algorithm is the amount of memory required to run to its completion. That is, how much of space is required to complete that particular algorithm. That is known as the space complexity. Okay. So the space required is equal to the sum of fixed part and variable part. So what is the difference between fixed part and variable part? So both of them as variables. Okay. So fixed part variable, that is before going to process the variable, we know how much of space is required for that particular variable. If for example we are declaring int a, then how much of memory space is required for variable a? Int means we require 2 bytes of memory. Okay, in Turbo C++ we require 2 bytes of memory. In Dev C++ we require 4 bytes of memory. That is, the memory space is fixed. If you are declaring like that, int a means the memory space is fixed only. Okay, so fixed part means defined as the total space required to store data and variables. So variables and constant used in algorithm. So if you are declaring int a means it requires only 4 bytes of memory. There is no changes on that memory allocation. So variable part means defines as the total space required by variables which size depends on the problem and its iteration. Maybe some variables are declared. Their size is depending on the iteration of the loop. How many times? If for example we are declaring the variable n. Okay. So the value of n we get during the execution of the program. So depending on the input we have to specify the size of that particular variable. That variable size can be changed. changed. That is known as variable part. Okay, can you able to understand the difference between fixed part and variable part? That is a space required for fixed part variables means we already fixed. That space cannot be exit. Okay, if we are declaring int a means it requires only 4 bytes of memory. That memory space cannot be changed. But in some cases, the variable's memory space is allocated at the execution time. Okay, that is at the time of execution, how many number of iterations are required. Based on that only, we have to decide a memory space. That is known as variable part. That is the space, that is the variable size depends on the problem and its iteration. Iteration means repetition. Okay, so how many times the process can be repeated depending on that the size of the variables also changed. Okay, so recursion, for example, recursions used to calculate the factorial of a given value. If for example 2 factorial means how many times the iterations can be repeated, only 2 times. Okay, if I am giving the input 10 means it can be repeated 10 times. So depending upon the inputs, the variable size can be changed. That is known as the variable part. Okay, here you have to fix the inputs, variables and constants used in the algorithms. Okay, so now you can see about what is mean by efficiency of an algorithm. So the efficiency of an algorithm can be measured based on the usage of different resources. So the best algorithm must use minimum resources and give the efficient result. Okay, so the efficiency of an algorithm is measured based on the usage of different resources, the number of computational resources used by the algorithm. So how many number of computational resources are used. Okay, so efficiency of an algorithm means it is the best algorithm. How the algorithm can work efficiency? If for example I want to buy a pencil, in market there are several pencils are available. Which one I want to choose? A pencil write by dark and lead cannot be broken oftenly. So pencil handwriting should be neat. Hold the pencil comfortable. Based on this characteristic to choose a pencil. Like that, if you are using an algorithm, how this algorithm can work? The algorithm must be completed a finite number of steps and give the efficient solution for the given problem. For that we can choose a efficient algorithm. Okay. So for maximum efficiency of an algorithm, we wish to minimize resources usage. So resources means is nothing but what are the resources we are using, input and output resources. So we can use that resources alone, we can give the result of the given input. Okay, we process the input and produce the output by using this resources alone. The two important resources considered are time and space complexity. That is, the algorithm can take minimum memory space and process as fast as possible. Okay. So method for determining efficiency. So how we can define a efficiency? The efficiency can be determined by using this methods. Okay, the time efficiency of an algorithm is measured by different factors. The execution time depends on the number of factors such as speed of the machine, how fast a machine can work. Okay, how fast a machine can work. So compiler and other system software tools. What type of compilers are used? How this compiler can translate from source code to object code. So depending upon the system software tool. So what is the system software tool? Is used on that particular computers, and what operating system is used on that computer. Okay, so depending on the operating systems also, what kind of operating system they are used, and then programming language, which kind of programming languages are used. So say some examples of operating systems, Windows and then Unix, Linux, like that we are using the different kinds of operating system. And then programming languages, so what are the different types of programming languages are there? Several types of programming languages are there, that is C, C++, Java, Oracle, Python, like that we are having several different types of programming languages. So depending on that programming languages also we can specify the efficiency of that algorithms. And then volume of data required. So how much of data is required? Minimum data or maximum data? Based on that data requirement also we can specify the space complexity of an algorithm. Okay students, now in this video class we are learn about what is mean by complexity of an algorithm and what is mean by efficiency of an algorithm. So how to find the efficiency of this particular algorithms. Okay students, in the next video class we discuss about next topic in this chapter. Okay students, thank you.